Nah. Okay. So, hey guys. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about VHS Radio special report. We got the new haircut. If you've been a long time subscriber, you probably realize there's something different with my appearance. There's something very strange going on. I'll just confirm that this is a new haircut. I don't want to talk about the new fucking haircut right now. That's not... I just don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk about that. What? Yeah. No, that's fine. Well, like, what's up? Yeah, no, I'm recording right now. I'm not gonna practice this. I'm just gonna like record for like fucking 2 hours and have to edit this shit down to 22 minutes. Okay. Hey guys. Fuck! Who's got drugs? Hey guys, welcome to a special edition of VHS Radio, Veltenhill Studios Radio. I don't want to talk about the new haircut right now. Maybe later. Maybe later we'll really get into the new haircut and what that means moving forward. But I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about my hardships necessarily. Not the absolute financial nihilism or the state of the world, the takeover of AI in every facet of our life unprompted, the devaluation of art, the absolute shithole hell situation of geopolitical climate. I don't really actually have a lot to say about that in terms of like what I'm qualified to say. The only thing I can really say is free Palestine. Israel can go fuck itself sideways, and anyone who supports that shit can report this channel or whatever you want to do to frame me as some sort of weird fuckhead when you are the weird fuckhead who's enabling genocide across the globe. So suck my dick from the back and choke on it. I yield my time. Fuck you. What I will talk about is how this video is going to be very different from the usual modular synthesis, live joints that I do, or the beat making, or the occasional performance. So what I do in terms of creating media and consuming media is very different. Even though I do all this modular shit on YouTube, I don't really watch a lot of it. So sorry if you want me to watch that. It's just not something I really do. I just do that for me. And the content I consume on this platform is mostly video essays when I'm at work, and I don't really watch them. I just kind of listen to them like it's a much better podcast. We'll get back to podcasts in a second because I have a lot to say about that. Video essays are great, if you find the right ones. I found a decent amount of good ones, a decent amount of like mid ones, but that's what I like to listen to when I'm passively, doing something else like my job, because I do have a job, believe it or not. It doesn't make enough money. We'll get back to the financial nihilism in a minute, but I really like that format, and that's why I started this VHS radio shit, because I feel like I had some things to say, but not really, and I still really don't. I don't know. It's hard to say. My friend does some cool YouTube book stuff, booktube, I guess. I don't know. Everything's a tube. The world's a tube. I've been reading lately, though. The last book I finished was The Rebel by Albert Camus. I don't understand philosophy enough to get the full scope of things, but, well, actually, no, I didn't finish The Rebel. I'm still reading The Rebel. I finished The Myth of Sisyphus, because I do feel like Sisyphus at some points. Most of the time, really. Another good one, Bullshit Jobs, David Graeber. Loved his book on debt. R.I.P. to a real one. Speaking of debt, I have so much fucking debt. It's absolutely insane. It's like 150,000 American dollars because I went to art school abroad and I studied abroad. And, the joke's there. You can find it. I don't like it personally, but, it's there. But yeah, most of what it's taught me is just, this is just a fucking scam. Like, everything's a fucking scam. Like, every time I have to pay a fucking bill is a scam. Or the bills I accrue are a scam. Like, everything is just so privatized that you are forced to pay for any sort of interaction with society, and it's never forgiven, and then you become, like all of our laws based off of Roman law as far as I could tell, so it's always on the debtor or whatever. And I've had some personal experiences lately where people just really don't see me as a human. They see me as someone who fucked up so bad that they should be in debt forever or just work my way out of it like it's fucking magic. Like I could just materialize wealth by hard work and virtue. I'm sorry, wages have been stagnant for fucking ever and the price of everything's going up, including my rent. It's just, this is a fucking scam, man. So, I don't know. There's nothing really more to say on that. Some books that have given me some hope is more of the anarcho literature I've been reading. You know, Joyful Militancy and Radical Intimacy, which Radical Intimacy kind of felt like the segue into Joyful Militancy. I mean, it was on the reading list at the end of Radical Intimacy was Joyful Militancy. And I could definitely see where they picked up a lot of themes on that book. Like, it definitely seemed like one could walk so the other could run sort of situation. And then even beyond that, I don't know, I started reading Wretched of the Earth by Fanon. You know, I'm still in the introductions because there's a lot of them. Just trying to wrap my head around it and be present for it. But it's really fucking hard to be present and all that. And yeah, being present's hard right now. It's there's just a wicked full moon. It kicked my ass. My psyche's been showing me the spiral down, and I feel like there's a way up. I just haven't found it yet. And I just haven't found it yet. I'm already through all my show notes, so I'm just gonna start riffing now, I guess. So I want to bring it back to media consumption. As I already said, I don't consume the media that I make necessarily. Like, I'm not watching modular synth videos. I'm watching video essays or I'm reading books. But something has happened recently where I feel like I'm in a financial bind, right? And, you know, you can make more money or you can start cutting costs. And I'm already trying my best to make the money. It's just not there. So I gotta cut costs. I sold some shit. I sold a really nice microphone. So that's just no longer an option for me. I can't just have a nice microphone anymore. But I don't need one. But it's fine, so I sold it. I sold some shit off the modular, you know what it is. That's what you gotta do sometimes. So when it gets down to cutting costs, what's the first to go? Like, look at those subscriptions, baby, you know, like, I gotta cancel anything that I can that's not gonna kill me. And that brought up the conundrum of streaming. Now, I'm not a Spotify user. I reject Daniel Ek, or whatever his fucking name is, taking all that money that he stole from musicians and investing it in AI weapons platforms or AI military-industrial complex adjacent shit. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you work for fucking Motorola, you work for the fucking military-industrial complex, and you can honestly, like, fuck you, you betrayed your values. I don't believe in that shit. So when the CEO of Spotify says, I'm going to make all this money off of basically pirating music and shafting artists and whatnot, and he invests that in a weapons firm, like, that's already a no-starter for me. I was a subscriber of Tidal, which is, I guess, Jay-Z's platform. I'm not going to say anything bad about Jay-Z because I do like rapping and I would like to do something with that one day. Not that I think I'm going to be like fucking Hove level or anything. Maybe I do. I don't fucking know. Like, what's the benefits? Nothing's helped me so far. So what's the fucking difference? Really. But anyways, I was a Tidal subscriber, had a family plan, got a few homies on the shit, you know. And that was a cost to be cut. So I live for music. How do I make music work then for me? Like, how do I listen to music then? You know? Today I spent all goddamn day fucking digging out the vinyl collection, finding a way to store it so that the cat won't scratch at the spines and whatnot. Dug out the CD collection. Got a tape collection too. I don't have a working tape player. It used to work. I spent all fucking day trying to fix it. Couldn't fucking figure it out. Jeez. But the CD player still works on that boombox. So, like, you know, like just old Linkin Park. Like, I have all fucking Linkin Park's discography aside from that new shit, which seems like a fucking travesty of justice or whatever. I mean, I don't I don't want to get into that. Some Scientology shit connected to it, some weird fucko shit. Anyhow, dug out the CDs, got to it, just playing anything that I could. You know, there's some bangers in there for sure. Real nostalgic shit. And I don't want it to be nostalgic though. This is not a movement that I want to make for the sake of nostalgia, of being like, oh, remember when we used to play CDs or vinyl or whatever the fuck it may be. I reject that as well. I want it to be a rejection of the contemporary state of consuming music. I don't think it's meant to be like this. If I have to be completely honest, I've only been listening to my own demos for the past few weeks. Not only as narcissism, but as a way of editing that. And I kind of forgot that I already deleted the Tidal app off my phone before I, canceled my subscription. So it wasn't until I was like, oh wait, I want to hear this album that just came out from Billy Woods, let's say, that new Billy Woods joint. So I was like, oh shit, right, I can't do that. But I could go to BandCamp, I could find it there. I found a wonderful artist through that new album, Al Divino. Never heard of this person before because I'm not, dog, look at me, I'm not plugged in like that. I'm literally like, I'm live from the High Castle, I'm live from a nondescript location, I'm live from, the Pain Cave, I'm live from, I don't even know where the fuck I am right now. But I found that shit. And the amount of mixtapes, albums, projects, I don't even know, that are just available for free on YouTube, amazing. Bless. I want to get my shit out in the same way. I don't want anyone streaming my music anymore. I want you to watch it, I guess, on this channel as much as I can have it for now. I mean, this shit's gonna get taken down soon anyways. Like, let's be real, because like I'm not gonna put in my fucking photo ID to access YouTube. Like, suck my nuts. I'm not doing that. I want a free internet. I want like people to find my music by just going to my fucking Google Drive. I want you to find my music when you find me at the show, and I'll give you a flash drive or a CD if I got them by then. If I have to start up capital to get some CDs printed, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Like, it's going to be a different way to consume media moving forward. Like, the streaming market will collapse. The whole thing will come down, God willing. Much like everything else around, I think this shit needs to collapse before something else happens. And I don't know. It's hard, but like, are you gonna be on Spotify supporting some war criminal or some war criminal wannabe? Like, that guy's a wannabe war criminal. Who wants to be a war criminal? He made all the money that he could through Spotify. He said, oh, I want to invest in war criminality. Like, I'll never be prosecuted for it because, fuck, that war makes the world go round, Like, yo, you rolling the weed? Alright, sick. Yeah, so imagine the owner of your streaming platform being like, I want to be a war criminal. Are you going to go along with that? Like, for real? Like, are we at that point where we could just allow that? Like, are you just going to let that fucking shit fly? I'm sorry. I mean, Jay-Z, for all of his faults, he's not a war criminal as far as I know. I guess he just sold crack to his mom. Shout out Lower Lip Drip. If you know, you know. Try to find Edgy by Lower Lip Drip. I bet you can, without talking to someone who was there, who had the file, who had the MP3. There's so much music that's lost because artists say like, no, fuck that, that's over, it's done. Once upon a time, I found an artist that I really liked, by way of another duo that I really liked, Run the Jewels. If you know, you know. I'm not endorsing them, but I'm not because of all the history that's there. Not like, they don't know me as an artist, they just know me as someone who was there. Or they don't, I don't know, they'll fucking deny it. I hope anyone denies knowing me at this fucking point. Like, look at this haircut. Anyways, I found an artist named Boots through that. And I was like, wow, this shit's good. Like, what's up with it? It was a whole rabbit hole, and trying to find like an earlier project. Blondes, I think was the name of it. And there was also Young Circles. and I was calling around to record shops in the area where they came up. I was like, yo, do you have this EP? Like, I heard it exists, but I can't find it. And I found like 3 songs on like, you know, some, you know, Mandarin language web link that probably, you know, got my computer fried or whatever, but like it was worth it. I was calling around. I called around to like 5 shops, and then like on the 6th one, they're like, oh, wait, no, I know, Jordy. Like, no, that was never released physically. That's not a physical album. Like, that's or EP. That was like BandCamp only, and they took it down. I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, oh, I'll just email you the files from my iTunes library when I get home. How fucking sick is that? That was like a fucking mission and a half trying to find this fucking EP that didn't even exist physically by calling record stores in Miami, Miami-Dade area, or what the fuck it's called. I don't know. I don't fuck with Florida like that. I really don't fuck with Florida. Not like nothing personal. It's just like there's something that happens there. It's like an energy vortex. I cannot and will not elaborate on that. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, people just remove their own music. Like, I've been called out for removing my old shit. He's been like, where can I find this? It's like, well, you have it or you don't. Like, you know. So there's a preciousness, I think, to this peer-to-peer file sharing, which is so frowned upon, and also, I guess, illegal or not. You know, it's not advisable. I don't know the state of things. Like, is someone gonna break down my door for downloading music that isn't available anywhere else anymore? I feel like I'm just trying to preserve history here, or at least someone's history, someone's piece of art. And I think that's the thing. It's just like the overall arcing point that I want to make here is that there is a devaluation of music to the point where I have to get on here with a fried camera. Oh yeah, sorry for the busted camera, by the way. I'm working with like 3 cameras actually. No, 1, 2. Sorry, 2 cameras. One's really busted. I can't figure out how to make the resolution right. But it's okay. I think you get the point anyways, you know? Like, we're still going through it. There needs to be a paradigm shift on how we interact with art, and the idea of consuming art almost seems perverse, because I don't think we should consume art. I think we should interact with art. I think we should interact with music. I don't think we should consume it. I mean, I'm not, you know, absolved in this situation. I do consume music. I love listening to music. I love listening to it inconsequentially sometimes. But moving forward, though, it's just not going to be viable. Like, these streaming services are not the way forward. I don't think so. I've had friends who have made more just hustling their CDs that are amazing, fantastic. You know, $20 a CD, maybe even more if you're not getting the friend price. I don't know. Streams, nothing. Like, most I made on streams was some projects that I did under my name, and I got the production credits, and I made the most money that I ever did between not only the streaming but the actual contract that got me there in the first place. However, it just doesn't hit the same. It's just different. I don't know. I feel like I got a lot to say about art music, but not like that intelligently. This new haircut's honestly making me very sweaty, very hot. Anyways, I guess there's one takeaway from this that you can just really embed right now into your mind, that I'm fucking broke, and I'll be broke forever, probably. As long as I still have something to record audio and give it to you, I will find a way. I'll try my damnedest. I'm not sure how it's going to play out. Yeah, I'll take some more drugs. I mean, take some more. I've been trying to keep this concise and to the point, almost to a detriment, I think. There's probably not going to be a lot of useful messages to get across to you, and I hope it doesn't come off as too overbearing, but this is a very special report from the front lines right now. It's very scary out here. I hope you all are taking care and taking well of yourselves, and staying the fuck away from AI. Don't get involved with that I am hesitant to call anything demonic or evil, but AI is definitely one of those shits that's 100% fucking evil. Do not interact with that. I wouldn't recommend it, even for your, I don't know, unless you're like a fucking medical researcher or something and doing some crazy ass super supervised data mapping, some bullshit, drawing correlations, that sort of thing. Like, fine, I guess, but like if you're an average Joe trying to figure out, like, you know, someone to talk to or something to do socially, like, do not be robbed of your humanity more than you already have been. This is a conversation I had earlier with my dearest friend and partner, trying to figure out what music they like right now is so different after not being fed algorithms and suggestions and just the instantaneous access to the wealth of information of just having something there. Like, thinking about, like, what CDs do you want to get from the library, like, what do you want to pirate, like, whatever the fuck it may be, you know, not having a reference point just because you're so used to the algorithmic grind. It's actually stripping, I think, more of our humanity than we really realized, and I'm kind of the same way. Like, I mean, I'm a little bit more obsessed with this shit, so I'm a little bit more tuned in, dialed in on that. But there is something happening that's really taking away our humanity, and especially in the mundane sense. That's the thing. Evil's never very apparent until it is. And in the meanwhile, I think we just see the mundane shifts, these little changes that happen all the time. It's hard to detect, and even what I'm doing right now, talking to you through this digital platform, there's something that's happening that's just not, there's something that's happening that's not super personable, and I feel like I'm trying to make this message not only for a broader audience, but for people who actually know me day to day. But you don't. You will not understand, and this is not probably going to help, but this might be the only way that I have to, this might be the only medium that I have to get to you in a way that I can't explain in an actual rational, intelligent conversation, either on the phone, face to face, and especially not the fuck over text. I am not feeling understood in any sort of way. And I hope that's very apparent. But I'm not sure. Anyways, new haircut, new mixtape, new haircut reveal. Let's fucking go.